I want everybody to turn to John chapter 10. John chapter 10. Now, when I begin to give you this chapter, we all know about this chapter as being the chapter talking about the thief, right? Okay. Now, those who've ever heard me teach know that what I believe the thief is. That I don't believe it's the devil. You remember that? Okay. Whatever you hear me teach, I don't believe the thief is the devil. Okay. Watch this. All right. Here we go. Chapter 10. It says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entered not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same as a thief and a robber. But he that entered in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out. And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. And the stranger they will not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers. This parable spake Jesus unto them, but they understood not what things they were which he spake unto them. Then Jesus said unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep, and all that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, and if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. The thief cometh not but for steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. Now, let me tell you what I mentioned this before. When you look at the story of 10 and 9, now I understand that we understand the true essence of when we say thief, we understand it can be the devil. But now, in this context of what I read, I don't believe it's the devil. Okay? I don't believe it's the devil. Now, when you look at it in chapter 9, you got to remember, Jesus just went through what we call, quote-unquote, a debate, or an issue of being persecuted or approached with what we call Sadducees or Pharisees. Okay? The religious leaders. Watch this. What you have to understand is he was talking to a group of people for a certain reason, because of what just happened and what just occurred between 8 and 9, and then getting up to 10. Because remember, the religious leaders was dealing with religion in the way of keeping the people bound. And when he kept the people bound, Jesus was saying that I am the way, the truth, and the life. And see, what he's saying is, through him, if you come any other way, you're a thief and a robber. The doctrine that they were teaching was keeping the people bound. This is not religion. The doctrine they were teaching had the people bound. So Jesus was saying, well, basically, I come on the scene to bring these people to a place of freedom. And any other person to come any other way is a thief and a robber. This is why he said what he said about the Pharisees. This is why he said what he said about them. Because what he was saying was, your insides are like dead men's bones. What he was saying was, you're religious, but you have no heart. See? Watch this now. So if that's the case, then what Jesus was saying was, he said, the thief has to do with wrong doctrine, robbing you of your true place of abundance in God. If you think wrong based on being taught wrong, you will not receive right. Any of us. So he said, it comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Because wrong doctrine will always destroy what you should be in God, or what you should receive, because you will not receive it right. Because you was not taught it right. So Jesus was saying, that's what's killing the people. He said, but I'm coming. What he's saying is, I come to give them what? Truth. I come to give them life. See, he was speaking of himself, because what he was saying was, I come to fulfill truth. See, so if he said he come to fulfill truth, I am the good shepherd. What does a shepherd do? Watch after the people. So what he was saying was, this group of Pharisees was not watching for the people. See, watch this. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. See, so what he was saying was, no. And he said, in verse 10, it says, kill, steal, and destroy. I am come that they might have life, and there they might have it more abundantly. And the abundance cannot come when your mind and your spirit is stuck in modes of the way you think. Because remember, preparation involves change. Preparation involves change. So if you think the same way, if I think the same way, if I'm operating the same way, that means change is not coming. And if change is not coming, that means I'm not preparing. I'm stuck in mode, and I'm not maintaining, and I'm not being purified, and I'm not actually preparing myself to step into a new season. Because I've not allowed myself to change through preparation. The question was, will you allow your life/spirit to be ready and in position? In position means your spirit is ready to receive it. Many are talking on the exterior of their life and their mind being ready. They're not really ready in their spirit, and it's a difference. Because what is happening, we on the fleshly standpoint are ready for what we want. I'm ready for the car, the house, the anointing, to be used, to be seen, to be glorified, to be pushed up, to go to the next level. All of that sounds good and okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, but my spirit's still not willing to let change and preparation happen in here. He said, are you preparing for the new season? Remember what we're in now. We're in what we call finalizing of purification. We're finalizing this thing. God's completing this purifications arena. See? And who's that for? Every saint. Bishop, apostle, pastor, prophet, chief apostle, presiding PLA bishops, presiding bishops, archbishops, every title you can think of. See? Purification was for the body, period. Many don't understand why they went through into their life. It was hell to purify and take that mess out. Take that mess out of us as his people. To take that mess out. He said, because I'm trying to really bless y'all as my people. Amen. I ain't talking about no blessing here. I'm talking about really what God really ready to do. God ready to put so much riches in his people's hands. I'm talking about riches. We're sold cars and they're brand new. Sold houses and it don't mean nothing. We just sold 5 acres of land. Here you go, you got that. That's where he really desired to take the body corporately. Like I said before, we want to take the body corporately, that churches will band together, just buy a whole strip of land and buy it and build youth centers on it. That's what he want to do in 2012. And in this new season, he want to just give riches where the church can band in their heart and their spirit and have the right approach and just buy up acres of land. Have a senior citizen over here, for the youth over here, for the homeless over there. No, it can't happen because everybody look at it for themselves. And in this purification, this is what a lot of churches doing through here. He said, because I'm trying to purify you, leaders, church body, local body, because I'm trying to get this selfishness out of you. We're thinking about your revival and your service and your dollar. Because I'm trying to get you to think about the next pastor down the street. And the next church down the street. See? And many don't understand, how do we go through so much? No, he was purifying you because you had a selfishness even though you were anointed.
Yeah, that's true.
See?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So he was squeezing the whole body in 2011. And so I'm trying to prepare all of you. Oh yes. That's why I'm going to make sure I keep my heart right with everybody. Every leader, every saint. That's why I'm going to love everybody. Listen, how you feel about me, that's on you. Yeah. I love everybody, man. I don't plan on hating nobody. I just want to love everybody. I'm going to keep my heart right with people. That's my goal. Because I understand if I want to be elevated in any shape and form, I just got to stay right. And people know if your love is real too.
Yeah.
Preparation, corporately and individually. Individually, are we preparing? Will my life, will our life be ready and in position? This has nothing to do with the fact that you know how to maintain a house. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than handling your bills. It's bigger than that.
Yeah.
We say, I'm handling everything. I'm a musician, so I'm handling my bill. It's bigger than handling your bills and having your bills on time. It's bigger than being able to go to work on time. It's bigger than being able to maintain a house. It's bigger than that. Because we're so low in our mind that we think we got all together because we can go to work on time and pay our bills on time and got some money. And we think we okay, we pay a little tithe. We think God said that's not even it.
No.
That's the basic requirements of your life. This is another whole level. And many nowhere near being ready to receive it. He said, will your life be ready and in position to receive it? But like you heard me say last week, there will be a distinction and you will see the difference. And yes, many will get certain blessings for the purpose of getting things accomplished in the kingdom, but I'm going to tell you something. You will know the difference with those individuals or those corporate groups. You're going to know the difference. Because remember something, like what you heard me say. Remember, for the sake of, God's going to give much to his people. And many, yes, are not going to really be ready. Watch this. And they're going to receive it anyway. Watch this. They're going to receive it anyway. Because they have enough heart to still obey him and get something accomplished. Even though their spirit is not really ready there. Or already there. So let me tell you something, man. Listen. A drug dealer got some heart. A murderer got heart. Come on.
Yeah.
A prostitute can be one of the kindest persons. She's a prostitute, but she can have heart for children and for people. Just because you're a prostitute don't mean she don't have heart. Just because he's a murderer doesn't mean he don't have some kind of heart. He'll kill you if you go anywhere near his mama. But yet he go out and blow some of their brains out, and yet don't you get near his mama. You hear what I'm saying? He'll go blow some of their brains out and come home and be the gentlest giant to his children. And don't you touch his children. And go right back out and stab somebody and with no heart and think nothing of it. But come back home and be the gentlest giant to his children. That does not mean a person who's whatever, they don't have some form of heart. So why am I saying I'm using it as a narrative for a reason. So just because someone's not totally together, a church not totally together, does not mean God's not going to still give them some blessing. Yes, he is going to give it, even though things not right with them. For a reason, because they have enough heart to still get something accomplished. They still have enough heart to get something accomplished. So when I teach this, it does not mean the person got to be totally 100% perfect, and if they're not, then they're not going to get it. No, a lot of God's people are going to get it anyway. They're going to get it anyway. But remember something, you still going to know the difference between those who allowed the fullness of purification and those who didn't. You will know the difference. You will see the difference in how they operate, what they do, how they act. You will know the difference. It was that man, that woman went through the purification process to let God totally purged and cleansed and washed them. Now they receive the abundance and all that God has given them. And you can see the difference with their spirit and their life besides what they got. So the question is this. Is there a thief that's going to rob you of receiving the fullness in the sense of your spirit in your life, receiving the place of stability in establishment? Is there a thief? Is there a thief of perception? Is there a thief of hardness of heart? Is there a thief of not willing to let go and forgive? Is there a thief? Is there a thief? See, we have to ask ourselves this question. Because everybody's ready to receive them. And God's saying, that's well and good. And many of you, even though you don't have it together, I'm still going to give it to you. But some, let me do everything I needed to do. They let me slay them, purge, cleanse, or wash, rebuke, chastise, to do everything I needed to do. But they let me do it. They cry, they scream, but they let me do it. See? Go ahead. All of us, it's a choice. It's a choice. Are you really prepared? Are we really preparing for the new season? Will our life and our spirit be ready and in position? See, look what the word position means. Position means the right or appropriate place. See? This is not just a physical thing. This is a spiritual thing. So when your spirit and your life be in a right and appropriate place to receive it based on how God desires for us to receive it. I give you the prime example. You know, you can have a child be bad and don't deserve something. But a lot of times, in some cases, because you don't want them to be totally forsaken, and if they got other brothers and sisters, for the sake of making them still feel loved, you still give them so that they can feel like they're part, even though they don't deserve it. And other children deserve it. You actually still give to this child to make sure they don't feel totally forsaken. Because remember, regardless of how children do now, you still got to love them. So now, in the midst of that, you still give this child just to make sure they still feel loved, even though they don't deserve it. You say, you know what, you really don't deserve it, but and you give it to them, and they be all happy. You won't rain on that parade. You won't keep saying you don't really deserve. You don't keep raining on the parade. You just let them know up front. You didn't really deserve this, but here you go. See. And we don't keep raining on that parade. We don't keep constantly reminding them. We let them play, enjoy it, and we leave them alone. But we let them know up front. You didn't really deserve this. Here you go. I love you now. See? And this is a lot of times what God's going to say. You didn't really deserve this, but here you go. Love you now. See the point? And the children's scenario is the children who was what they're supposed to do, which is God's people. Who is supposed to do what they're supposed to do. You may have the certain ones with the child who didn't know what they're supposed to do. And God said, in spite of, here you go, because I don't want you to feel like you're totally forsaken. You done suffered in 2011 enough. I'm not going to do you like that. I'm a loving God. I'm not that cruel to my people. My thoughts of them is good and not of evil. So my desire is not to have you be a lack and suffer and be behind. I want you to be ahead. I want you to have the best. To be ready means to be prepared and available for service. See, prepared and available for service. Prepared and available for service. In 2011, a lot of God's saints, and I'm going to deal with this particular category here that I'm dealing with right now, is a lot of God's people were slothful and a procrastinator. And God was trying to purge and cleanse that spirit and purify it so that he can get them to a place where when he bless them, they can be disciplined and in order with it. No way he wants to drag in the new season. He said we need to get that together in the old season so that when you get a new season, you're disciplined and you're in order. You're still dragging, you still say, what I would do was, what happened was, I was coming, but what happened was. No, eventually it had to be, I got it, I'm there. I'm in place. I got it. Don't worry about it. I got that. I'm here. Got you covered. See? Because God was trying to take from that person that they can call me on the phone. I'll let you know I'm on my way. And I'm coming, right? I'm right around the corner. I'm not too far from Walmart, but I'm coming. Yeah? Uh-huh. You need to pick up something while I'm coming this way? No, we need to pick it up. Just come. No, I didn't need to pick up. This come on, please. Watch this. See, that God said that kind of stuff, he want that to be purified. Because in 2011, he was saying, I'm showing you your slothful spirit. But now realize why the pressure was on you. This is why a lot of times people don't understand who are like that, why they get flack so much from their leaders. They get flack from the leaders because the leaders, no, I'm talking leaders who really being led of the Lord, not the leaders who compromise and let that mess go. I ain't talking about that. Okay, because a lot of leaders let that mess go and will never say that. But I'm talking about those who really trying to bring them along in love, but yet discipline, okay? A lot of times, the leaders see that that needs to be brought away. And what the leader's saying is, I'm gonna give you a hard time because I'm trying to help buff your flesh. I'm gonna help buff your flesh because when I help buff your flesh, you're gonna understand as the Spirit of the Lord deal with you through sometimes me agitating, saying something to you. Get yourself together and get up off your tail and get on to the particular place on time.